Have you ever wondered if it's possible to be both incredibly wealthy and a devoted minimalist at the same time? Enter the paradox of wealth and minimalism. On one hand, we have the common perception of wealth, often associated with accumulation and excess. We imagine opulent mansions filled to the brim with luxury goods, endless wardrobes, and collections of expensive hobbies. Wealth, as it's commonly understood, seems to demand a life of more stuff, more space, more consumption. Contrast this with the philosophy of minimalism. Here, less is more. The focus shifts from what we have to what we do, who we are, and who we want to become. Minimalism encourages us to strip away the unnecessary, to make room for what truly matters. It's about simplifying our lives to amplify our experiences. But can these two seemingly opposing concepts coexist in harmony? One famous billionaire shatters this perception completely. Meet Mark Zuckerberg, the billionaire co-founder of Facebook and a committed minimalist. In the world of tech moguls, Mark Zuckerberg stands out, not just for his prodigious role in shaping the digital landscape, but also for his distinctive lifestyle. His name is synonymous with immense wealth, given that he's one of the youngest billionaires on the planet. But there's more to Zuckerberg than just his mind-boggling net worth. Zuckerberg is a minimalist, a lifestyle choice that seems paradoxical given his extraordinary wealth. The quintessential tech geek, Zuckerberg, is famously known for his simple wardrobe. He's often seen sporting a plain grey t-shirt or a hoodie, a stark contrast to the flamboyant attire often associated with the world's elite. It's not a fashion statement, but a deliberate choice, a testament to his commitment to simplicity and efficiency. He once said that he'd rather focus his energy on serving the Facebook community than on deciding what to wear each morning. Now let's talk about his car. While many billionaires flaunt their wealth with extravagant cars, Zuckerberg opts for a modest black Acura TSX. It's a far cry from the luxury supercars that many of his peers might prefer, but it's perfectly in line with his minimalist ethos. His house. It's spacious, yes, but far from ostentatious. You won't find gaudy displays of wealth there. Instead, Zuckerberg's Palo Alto home is a picture of understated elegance, a place where functionality takes precedence over grandeur. He has often emphasized the importance of a comfortable, distraction-free living environment that allows him to focus on his work and family. Zuckerberg's lifestyle is a sharp divergence from the stereotype of the billionaire playboy, living in excess and extravagance. His grounded approach to life, despite his staggering wealth, is a testament to the fact that wealth need not equate to excess. It's a lesson in minimalism from one of the world's most influential figures, a reminder that true success lies not in what we accumulate, but in what we do with what we have. Zuckerberg's lifestyle is a testament to the fact that wealth need not equate to excess. But how does minimalism really impact Zuckerberg's life as one of the richest people in the world? For starters, let's talk about decision fatigue. This is a concept in psychology describing the deteriorating quality of decisions made by an individual after a long session of decision-making. Zuckerberg, like many other successful people, has adopted a minimalist wardrobe, often seen in his signature grey t-shirt. This seemingly trivial choice frees up his mental resources for more important decisions, like how to run a multi-billion-dollar social media empire. He's also known for his minimalist approach to his work environment. A simple desk in an open office space, devoid of unnecessary clutter, promotes a sense of clarity and focus. This simplicity, this stripping away of the superfluous, allows him to concentrate on the things that truly matter: innovation, problem-solving, and leading his team. Then there's the freedom from materialistic pressures. It may seem paradoxical that one of the wealthiest people on the planet would embrace minimalism, but Zuckerberg's lifestyle shows us that wealth isn't about accumulating things. Rather, it's about having the freedom to make choices. For Zuckerberg, this means the choice to live a life unburdened by material possessions, a life focused on creating impact and value. And lastly, minimalism in Zuckerberg's life extends beyond just his wardrobe and work environment. It's a philosophy that's deeply ingrained in his approach to business and life. He believes in simplicity and efficiency, in doing more with less. This is evident in Facebook's clean, user-friendly design, and in his commitment to impactful but lean philanthropy. Clearly, for Zuckerberg, minimalism is not a sacrifice, but a choice that enhances his life. It's a tool that helps him reduce unnecessary noise, focus on what's important, and ultimately, lead a more purposeful and meaningful life. It's a fascinating way to look at wealth and success, and it's something we could all learn from. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the clutter in your life, maybe it's time to take a page out of Zuckerberg's book. After all, sometimes less really is more. Some argue that minimalism is a luxury only the rich can afford. But is this really the case? This perspective is often put forth by those who see minimalism as a lifestyle where you own fewer, but more expensive items. The argument goes like this: only those with ample resources can afford to replace many cheaper items with a few high-quality, often pricier alternatives. There's a grain of truth to this viewpoint, but it doesn't capture the whole picture. Minimalism, at its core, is not about the price tag on your belongings, but the value you assign to them. It's about choosing quality over quantity and finding fulfillment in simplicity. This concept is not exclusive to any income bracket. It's a philosophy that anyone can adopt, regardless of their bank account balance. Let's examine the notion that minimalism is a lifestyle reserved for the wealthy. This argument implies that you need a certain level of wealth to practice minimalism. But consider this: isn't the act of constantly buying, replacing, and maintaining a multitude of items also expensive? It's not just the upfront cost of these items, but the ongoing expense of their upkeep and the mental toll of managing them. This is a cost that anyone, regardless of wealth, might want to avoid. Furthermore, minimalism is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It looks different for everyone. For one person, it might mean living in a tiny house with only the bare essentials. For another, it might mean decluttering their suburban home and being more intentional with their purchases. Finally, it's worth noting that minimalism is not just about possessions. It's also about reducing mental clutter, simplifying your schedule, and focusing on what truly matters. These aspects of minimalism are accessible to everyone, regardless of their financial status. So, let's rethink the argument. Is minimalism a luxury of the rich? Or is it a mindset that prioritizes value over volume, simplicity over complexity, and intentionality over mindless consumption? Minimalism, then, is not a luxury of the rich, but a mindset accessible to all. So what can we learn from Zuckerberg's minimalist lifestyle? It's not just about living with less, it's about making room for more. More time, more passion, more experiences, more growth, more contribution, more contentment, more of what matters most to you. And that's the first lesson we can take from Zuckerberg's minimalist lifestyle: focusing on what truly matters. Despite his immense wealth, Zuckerberg prioritizes his time and energy on what he values most: his family, his work at Facebook, and his philanthropy efforts. By eliminating the non-essentials from his life, Zuckerberg is able to concentrate on these areas more effectively. It's a reminder for us to identify what's most important in our lives and make them the center of our attention. The second lesson is the benefits of reducing unnecessary choices. It's no secret that Zuckerberg wears the same gray t-shirt almost every day. This is not a fashion statement, but a conscious decision to avoid decision fatigue. By eliminating trivial decisions such as what to wear, Zuckerberg reserves his mental energy for more important matters. This teaches us the importance of simplifying our lives to reduce stress and improve focus. The third lesson is the freedom that comes from resisting materialistic pressures. Despite his wealth, Zuckerberg lives in a relatively modest home and drives a simple car. He doesn't feel the need to flaunt his wealth with extravagant possessions. This resistance to materialistic pressures gives him the freedom to live life on his own terms. It's a powerful reminder that our self-worth is not determined by our material possessions, but by who we are as individuals and the impact we make. These lessons from Zuckerberg's minimalist lifestyle challenge us to rethink the way we live. They invite us to question our priorities, simplify our lives, and resist the lure of materialism. They encourage us to make conscious choices that align with our values and contribute to our overall well-being. As Zuckerberg's life demonstrates, minimalism and wealth are not mutually exclusive, but can coexist in harmony. So, is it possible to be wealthy and a minimalist? The answer is a resounding yes. We've seen it in the case of Mark Zuckerberg, a billionaire who chooses simplicity over extravagance. His lifestyle encapsulates the core principles of minimalism: reducing excess, focusing on what truly matters, and finding contentment in simplicity. The paradox of wealth and minimalism is not a paradox at all. Wealth doesn't necessitate abundance, nor does minimalism mandate poverty. It's about mindset, not the size of your bank account. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't value what you have, it's meaningless. From Zuckerberg's lifestyle, we learn that minimalism can lead to more focus, less stress, and a higher appreciation for what we have. It's a lesson we can all take to heart, regardless of our financial status. Wealth is not about how much you have, but how much you value what you have. That's the essence of minimalism.